Hi, welcome to Ellie Rouge. My name is Ellie, and today I just wanted to go ahead and invite you guys to just tune in and sit down, relax. I want to talk to you a little bit about some issues, hair issues, that I personally had. I am a hairstylist as well as the owner of Studio Ellie Rouge, and I started going to the gym, and I realized that I wasn't that good of a hairdresser in the gym. So with that issue, I wanted to go ahead and bring that awareness on what products to go ahead and use at the gym. First off, thank you for joining us, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and introduce to you my model here. And this is Carla Reyes. Say hi, Carla.
Hi.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just get started with some must-haves as far as the hair products that belong in your gym bag. So never leave your house without some dry shampoo. A lot of people think that dry shampoo is just going to absorb that sweat that comes, after the workout. That's not true. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and prep the hair before you even head out into the gym. So what that means is just go ahead and take sections of your hair and spray right in the root, even though you have clean hair. You want to make sure that you get in every section, about every inch or so, all around the hairline. And, all around the nape area. What that's going to do is you're just going to be prepared to have that sweat absorb right into that product. And you're not going to end up with that yuckiness of having to try to absorb it, and no shampoo will do it. Basically, prep before. We also have what we call a dry conditioner. Since Carla has a lot of product in her hair as far as lighteners, and she obviously has a chemical service done beforehand, we want to make sure that her ends stay pretty silky. What will happen is the dry shampoo will dry out the scalp, but we want to make sure on the ends, you want to keep that soft. So we'll move on to the next one. Thanks, Carla. If you are in a rush after the gym, which is what I would run into, I would go into the gym, do a workout, and always time myself because I just felt like I didn't have enough time to prepare for my day. So I would cut my workout short, and it wasn't fun, just trying to figure out how I was going to do my hair afterwards. This is a highlight styling gel, and basically what you do is you want to just wet your hair, rinse your hair, wash it if you must. And don't be afraid to just walk out of the gym with wet hair. Put some of that styling lotion on. It's a gel, so what you want to do is try going for that sleek look. Low ponytails are really nice for that, and I'll show you what to do here. What you can do is just go ahead and add a hair tie, a very low hair tie, which is going to give you that nice low ponytail here. Obviously your hair is going to be wet and sleek back. You can do what we call a knot bun, and that's exactly what it is. You just knot it up here and place it in there and secure it with bobby pins. It's just really neat to just be able to walk out of the gym. After that, your hair is just going to give it that sleek look. Okay, so this is one of the things that I really felt helpful, and this is just a tip that I really want to share with you guys. While you're at the gym, I always felt like I didn't have enough time to deep treatment, which made no sense because I live practically in a hair studio. I figured I would rinse my hair, wash my hair before I went to the gym. This helped me just prepare my hair again for the day. And what I would do is I would actually add a mask or a deep treatment. Pureology has a great mask. It just helps with any frizziness. What I would do is just go ahead and wash my hair, like I said, and apply this mask right in the middle of my hair all the way through the ends. And I would come back with a brush that product out, and put it right back into my roots. I would leave my hair wet, put it in a bun, go do my workout, and when I would come back home, I would actually rinse that product off, and my hair just felt amazing. So try that if you're pressed for time and you feel like you don't have any time to deep treatment, your hair. So that's awesome. Olaplex is another treatment that is amazing. This is actually a service, though, that you would have to have done at a studio. So what you can do is call your hairdresser or your local studio that you go to, have them apply an Olaplex treatment. It's mainly for, what happens is when you color your hair, it's in a chemical process, the bonds are broken. So what the hair will do is it'll open up and it'll break your bonds. The Olaplex treatment will actually repair those bonds, creating it to be nice and healthy again. What you can do is have them put that put that mask in your hair, the Olaplex mask, do the same thing, go to the gym, and then you wash it off at home, which is really good, a good time saver as well. Now, I can't lie to you and say that if your hair is completely drenched in sweat, not to wash your hair. I would definitely just do it. Just wash your hair. But what's really cool about these shampoos that I picked to show you are they're one-step conditioning cleansers. So you don't have to do the shampoo and conditioner. You just rinse, and voila, you're done. But last but not least is my favorite. So this stuff it's actually sea kiss texturizing. Usually these would be alcohol-based. Pureology makes a cool one that's not. Pureology is just amazing. It's 100% vegan. And what this does, it just gives you that look that you've been at the beach all day. So it's just like a messy sea salt look. And I'll go ahead and spray so you can see what that looks like. And it's more of a tassel look. And you can apply it after you wash, or you can apply it dry. And what's really neat about it is you can air dry it, and then it'll just give you that messy, I've been at the beach all day or riding my bike. I don't know. So those are some tips that I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you for joining me, and we'll be right back, okay? CentralValleyTalk.com. Hi, welcome back. Actually, I had just been talking to you a little bit about gym hair, and I wanted to invite a good friend of mine, Lachelle Benning, and she's actually a personal trainer. Can't wait to get some amazing tips from her. So, welcome.
Well, thank you.
So, Lachelle, tell us, how long have you been a personal trainer?
This will be about 2 years for me, but this has been something since I've been in high school and doing sports and everything. I've always loved trying to help people and keeping myself healthy, and sickness in my family, so that just kind of brought it about to help everyone stay healthy. So decided to go and get my certificate for personal training.
Nice. And then I know you said sickness in the family. I know that exercise just keeps you so healthy.
Right.
Just gives you, at least for me, gives me energy. Obviously, I have a lot of energy. I don't know if I need any more. But so tell us a little bit. Do you have a specific group that you work? I know I've seen you work with women a lot. Is that something that you lean towards, or?
I actually don't. I put myself out there, and I have people contact me, whoever it may be. I also have gotten my certificate to teach the elderly.
Nice.
So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. But no, I don't aim for one specific group. It just is whoever comes to me, I offer my services.
Nice. Okay, so I know that you also said earlier you wanted to do this since high school. So what delayed you a little bit?
It's a lot of schooling.
Okay.
I needed to get my bachelor's. I'm a child development major, so that was my focus. But
Okay.
As I'm getting older and trying to keep myself healthy and just working around other people, I hear that a lot. I wish I could work out. I wish I could do this. How do you stay so fit? And, then it's just clicks in your head. And so I pursued it.
And I think a lot of the times, I don't know, I want to think that everybody deals with this problem. I get so busy all the time, and not that I don't want to work out or don't want to be healthy. I just feel like there's not a lot of time in the day.
I think that's a
is that
concern.
something?
Yeah, I think that's a concern for everyone. You have so many people who are first-time mothers, or their jobs have them traveling a lot. But there's so many things that you could do just at your job. We have the big Oogie balls that you sit on, that will help with your core, fixing
okay.
your core, and walking on your lunch breaks. And, anytime you have any extra time, take that opportunity. Exercise doesn't mean that you're using weights or you're doing a lot of cardio. Exercise means getting up and moving your body.
Nice. So that's interesting that you talked about those balls. So like let's say someone's that's behind a desk all day, they would just sit on this. Oh, okay.
And that's perfect for you. It helps with your balance and building your core.
So just kind of
because we want to focus on keeping ourselves straight, and we eliminate a lot of that back problems and our poochy bellies that we get. So.
I think I need to get me a ball to sit in. Nice. Okay, so let me ask you a question. If there was maybe just one or two tips that you can just give me, just as far as nutrition or exercises, what would those tips be?
Well, I would say, like you said, the time is a main focus for a lot of people, but you have to make the time.
Okay.
There's always some little time, even if you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'm up at 4 to get my workout in before I get to work. And sometimes it's late at night. My daughter has a schedule that she works out late at night, plus she doesn't like people to watch her work out. She's going to be mad that I said that. But, so she chooses to work out when it's dark. You have to make the time to work out, and it's your time. Everyone needs to be out of your space, and you just have to make that time. Schedule it in your hour of the day, and make that time.
Now, do you have flexible hours where they can come in, and so you just kind of work around their schedule?
I do. I offer any time. If they whatever schedule they need, I'm available to try to work it into their schedule. So we are doing a group at my work. So we meet on Tuesday nights, and it's convenient because it's right after work. You don't have to go anywhere. I'm not asking you to travel anywhere, and we work out in my classroom.
That's awesome. So you are a child development teacher.
I am.
And you're using that. Teacher. And what's really neat about that? You're bringing that into the workplace and getting those teachers healthy.
Yeah.
And do the kids get to see this during the day?
I mean, what? We're running around with them all day long, and we tell them, get your running in, let's go exercise, and that kind of things. That's one thing I think is my next goal. I would love to teach a class with the little kids during the day, to have them doing some yoga and those kinds of things.
And I think it's just so important that exercise doesn't have to be a task, right? I mean, I've learned to love it. I'm in it. I'm still a baby in it, but I'm learning to just kind of, how you said, just make the time for it. I enjoy it now. Yeah. It gets easier. Would you say that's something?
It does get easier, and it is a task for a lot of people, but once you get into it and you start seeing the results in a short amount of time, you're losing a pound a week, 2 pounds a week, and that just sparks you to just continue it. But the hardest part is getting started. And I would suggest having a workout partner, because that makes it a lot easier. You hold each other accountable, and it'll make it funner if you have a partner.
Okay.
Just doing it by yourself, you tend to cheat.
Yeah.
And you don't do the full exercises. So having a partner holds yourself and your partner accountable too.
Now, I know a ton of people brag about you and how awesome you are and amazing. Now, training-wise, I've seen a lot of pictures and a lot of stuff on Facebook. How about the nutrition part? Do you help with that?
I do help with that.
Okay.
That was one thing for me. My family is naturally thin.
Okay.
But me, I gain weight. It's always, I lose the weight in the winter and gain the weight in the summer. Backwards.
Okay. Yeah.
Backwards.
I'm like, I think I do the opposite.
So I just have to train myself to eat the way I'm supposed to eat, and I can tell, if I'm having a bloaty day or anything that is not going to get me through my workout. I know it's something that I've eaten, but I try to start off first thing in the morning eating healthy.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Well, right now, if you do open up a child, workout thing, my daughter, I caught them on a rainy day. They had their yoga mats out, and I was like, that is awesome. Usually you would see video games come out, but the yoga mats came out.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was really cool. So it made me feel proud a little, like, okay, maybe I'm kind of being a little bit of an influence now, which before it would probably be the iPad or something.
Yeah.
So how can we get a hold of you, Lachelle?
You can reach me at LachelleBenning@att.net.
Okay.
Or I'm also an independent Beachbody coach too. So if you go onto the Beachbody website, you'll find my name under Lachelle Benning.
Awesome.
So any information. And I will leave some cards with you as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
For anyone who wants to get in contact with me.
Thanks so much. And it was lovely to have you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.
CentralValleyTalk.com
Hi, welcome back to Ellie Rouge. With me I have Andrew Segura, and welcome, Andrew.
Hi.
And you know what's really interesting? We've been talking about health, beauty, fitness, and I wanted to invite you in because I know that there's no possible way to be healthy if your soul and spirit is not healthy.
Yes.
So, Andrew, tell us a little bit about Andrew. What did you say was ministries?
Yes. I love what I get to do. I believe us as ministers, we have the best job on the planet besides a hair salon, of course. And so I love it. I'm doing things here in our city of Fresno. I get to help a lot of the homeless. I'm actually doing a leadership class as well. And we've only been going for about 3.5 weeks now, but we're already seeing about 25 people show up to that.
So where is this at?
This is on, the west side of town. I actually have a hall room on the corner of Shaw and Marks, or Shaw and Marty, sorry. And seeing the growing rate of that is just phenomenal to me. But I also do stuff overseas in the Philippines as well.
Nice.
And that is where my heart is at. I love the leaders over there. I love the churches, the people. They're just the real deal over there. And it does have a lot to do with what you're saying, that inner beauty, that soul, that spirit, that as they're growing that, their outsides, their life is beginning to transform.
Nice. So what do you go to the Philippines for? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, so I go, I'm actually partners with their youth groups there and also their pastors' leadership conferences there. And so I just came back about 2 weeks ago. I loved it. I'm actually sporting it right now.
Nice.
We actually did a pastors' conference and a youth conference there.
Okay.
We saw over about 150 people show up to that. When we were just supposed to have 50 leaders show up to that. So to see stuff like that, it just blows me away. We also build a lot of their houses. We do a lot of hands-on work with them as well.
Okay.
But as for me, I get to do a lot of the building the internal leader inside of each and every one of those pastors. And I think for me, if people cannot quit on themselves, they won't quit on what they're doing in life. And so I love the opportunity that I get to go over there and be a part of that.
Yeah, so a lot of it is just more mind, right? Mind over matter kind of thing. And I think, too, just having just this show today and talking about health and beauty, like I said before, a lot of the times you want to quit on so much, but what can you tell me what keeps you going?
Yes, I think that there was something that I just spoke to them 2 weeks ago that I said that they have to believe in who they are.
Yes.
If you can believe in who you are and what you're called to do, whether it be a salon, a lawyer, a workout fitness instructor, when you know who you are, you won't quit on yourself. But I believe that people internally don't know who they are. They don't know what they've been called to do. They don't know what God has called them to do. And so because of that, they're kind of going aimlessly throughout this life. And so I think that when you can get it locked down inside of you, this is my passion, this is what I love to do. When you can get there, you won't quit on yourself. You won't quit on the inside.
You have a purpose. You have something that you're wanting to follow, willing to follow, and there is no ifs or buts. One thing I heard, and I this was awesome. I read a book once, and I kind of read stuff and then I kind of twist it and make an Ellie version of it. So I don't know don't quote me on it. But the book talked about God being in the tomb for 3 days. And then he talked about after he came out of this tomb, they didn't recognize him.
Right.
And so it also emphasized on it being 3 days.
Yes.
So I took that and I started creating 3-day events for myself. So I said, okay, I'm going to start today eating healthy or cutting back on whatever. It might not look like anything on the first day, but the third day I will look a little different, and people won't recognize me. And if I could keep that up for the rest of the year, so that's something that I've used, in my life. But I think that's what you're saying, just not giving up.
Yeah, and I like that because there's actually something that I heard. It's nothing out of the Bible or anything like that, but I heard if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit.
Yes.
And so I think a lot of times we take that negatively, but I say, why not use that positively? So if I do the eating right, if I do the workouts right, if I want to go change someone's life, let's just keep doing it consistently, and then our lives will begin to be that thing. And so, yes, I totally agree with that.
That's awesome. So when you work with the kids, or do you work with kids in the
Philippines?
Philippines?
I do, from kids all the way. I think the oldest person we had was 102.
Oh,
I want to say,
wow, that's awesome.
They live a long time over there.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. And I've seen the pictures. I don't know. They'll probably show some pictures of you in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Their smiles are just beautiful.
Yes.
And can you share maybe a little bit about that, how happy they are?
Yeah, what I love about just that group of people is that they may not have everything, but they have everything.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense, but they may not have the cars and the houses, which I think put a lot of emphasis on. We want to go after the right job. We want to go after which I believe in our culture we need these things. but they have true love on the inside of
Awesome.
themselves. They have love for themselves and they have love for people. And I think that, like I said before, they see themselves correctly. They know what they're called to do. They know that they're called to change people's lives, and they don't need everything to do that. They don't
Yes.
have the resources to do that. So they're giving you their last meal. They're giving you the shirt off their back, you know? And when they're doing that, I'm kind of just sitting there like, no, like, keep it, you know?
And that's what they have to give. That's what they
Yes.
want to give.
Mhm.
That's
And I think
awesome.
that I learned from that I don't need to acquire all this money to change somebody's life.
Yes.
My smile, my hug, my hello, my shirt can change somebody's
Yes.
life. And so, yeah, they're just the real deal over there.
When I think too, that just brought me back to when I first started doing hair. I would see these smiles light up, and
Yes.
and in my head, I'm thinking, no, you're beautiful,
Right.
whether your hair is done or not done, or
Yes.
whether you have that lip gloss on and you don't. But just to see those smiles and just to
Right.
think that impact that I could make, it was awesome.
Right.
It was really cool. But we'll come back in just a little bit. Oh, look, there's some pictures if you want to tell us a
There
little
they
bit.
are.
about-
This is actually a group of kids. What's funny is they ran out of nowhere. We were actually working on a house. This is another group of leaders right there on the blue benches. I don't know if you can see that yet.
Yeah,
There they are.
awesome.
I was actually teaching them a method, and I love how you said that 3-day habit.
Yeah.
This is something that they're going to do every morning now at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow. That's
They
awesome.
actually do our journal reading every morning now.
Nice. And just having that word, that bread in
Yes.
your system. And a lot of times when I work out, I had my earphones on, and I was walking by a personal trainer with his trainee, I guess.
Yes.
And on the image on my phone, there was like a football game going on, which is not what I was watching. But I was watching and listening actually to Les Brown, which is a motivational speaker.
Yes.
And I do that a lot. I listen to like motivational speakers as well as like my devotions and my
Right.
word. And he said, "Do you watch football to motivate you?" And I said, "No, I'm listening." So he thought it was really interesting. Like he's like, "Oh, that's you." So you listen. He's like, "Is
Right.
it like a song?" I said, "No, it's more powerful. It's words."
Yes.
So they create, and even though when they say it for themselves, I listen and I take it and I embody it and I say,
Yeah.
"Okay, if you didn't quit and you're there, I don't want to quit." So
Right. And what I like about that is, like you said, you eat something before and after your workout.
Yes.
You eat something to get ready for your workout, and you
Yes.
eat something for after your
Yes.
workout. And I think the same thing for them is we were teaching them, you need something, you need that word to start your day.
Yes.
Without that, your day is going to be havoc anyway.
Yes.
At least now you won't kill somebody in the day, you know? And so I say it all the time, if I don't pray before I start my day, I might hurt somebody in the day.
well, I know. I think some people would tell me, "Well, you go to church," and I
Yeah.
said, "I probably need it. I don't want to."
And I think
No.
people look at us like that and they think, oh, they just got it together,
Yeah.
But that is our pre-workout and that is our post-workout after.
for
you know?
ourselves.
Yes.
We'll tune right back in just a little bit, and we'll continue talking.
you.
Thank you. And welcome back. We're here with Andrew Segura, and he is talking to us about just being beautiful inside. So, okay, Andrew, we were talking earlier about you visiting the Philippines, how wonderful these children are, and you also talked about your leadership class. Can you tell me a little bit, maybe if someone wants to change or they're struggling a little bit about getting it all together?
Right.
What would you say?
Well, so what I love about this is what I'm telling them in my class right now is that it's not just about diving into church. It's not just about diving into the word, which we need these things, but these are just components to how we're supposed to change our lives. There's a verse in the Bible that says, faith without works is dead. And so I tell people, don't forget about the natural side of things, If you want to start a business, don't just pray all day that, oh, Lord, give me a business, give me a business. No, go out and try to do something.
Yes.
And so I tell people, whether you're coming in down and out and you're looking for a job, of course, get Bible verses that, say that you're going to prosper, that God wants you to have a more abundant life. But then after that, go put on a nice outfit, iron it, and go put in applications. Do something that's actually going to bring that change to your life. I'm a firm believer that I believe that the change we work out of us, that a lot of people, they're always expecting something to come to them. But I believe everything is already locked up inside of us if we can just get that out of us. And so whether you're coming from down and out, go walk the streets. If you don't have a car, walk. You have
it.
2 good legs, and start believing that, as you put those applications in, things are going to change. If you're a business owner and you want to see it go to that next step, of course, like we said, get that pre-workout, get the word that, the Bible verses that say your business is going to prosper. But then after that, how are you making your business better? I always say, how are you taking your next potential? How are you working out the next potential? How are you getting to that next level? So if you don't have a website, build a website for your business. If you don't have business cards, I think a lot of the times we overlook the little natural steps.
Yes.
I think we're always looking for that big, grandiose step, when a lot of the times a big step, I believe, is made up of little steps. I tell people all the time, a baby step and an adult step, there's no difference. They're both steps.
Yes.
But are you taking any of those steps? So I believe, one, of course, get the Bible, get believing, or get verses that are believing for what you're believing for, that are saying for what you're believing for. But then after that, you need to have a mind change. You need to believe that you're going to make it, because if you don't believe you're going to make it, then nobody else is going to believe that you're going to make it. I always say all the time, I believe we're our best critique, but we're our biggest fan as well. No one's cheering me on at the end of the day. I have to wake up and say, you know what, we're going to do this today and it's going to be successful. So I believe, do the natural thing, change your mind, and then just believe in yourself. The Bible says God already believes in you. He's called you. He's marked you. He's destined you. So now are you teaming up with what God's believing about you?
What God really says about you.
Yes.
I talk to my kids a lot, and I have an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I always tell them, God already built you your castle.
Yes.
It's like Legos. Do you want to just build a room, or do you want to build a castle? It's already built for you. You just have to make the choice to pick up those pieces and put it together.
Yes.
And so they always tell me, I want to build a castle.
Yes.
So, it's already there.
Yes.
We just have to have the courage and not give up on ourselves.
Yes,
But
and I believe there was a minister who I love. On his desk, he said, "No small dreams here."
Awesome.
And I love it. That was no Bible verse. That was nothing out of the book.
Yes.
That was something that he believed.
Yes.
That if you're walking up to this desk with a small dream,
Yes.
turn around and walk out.
Yeah.
And same thing with your kids. Why would you settle for a shack when you have a castle
Yes.
waiting for you?
Awesome.
And so I love that.
Yeah, and just keep dreaming, guys. And
Yes.
I think that's very important. Just somewhere along the line, I don't know how we stop dreaming sometimes. And
There was a quick story I heard real quick if we have time. Everyone knows this actor, Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Jim Carrey had an amazing story. I love researching, people who are successful,
Yes.
because I find that there's a thread in there, and there's those natural steps. And so Jim Carrey, before he's the big actor that we all know and love, he actually wrote himself a $10 million check before he ever had one dime.
Yes.
But he put a year on that and said, by this time, I'm going to be a millionaire and I'm going to write this check. So he wrote it out, put it in his wallet, and in 2010, I believe, I could be wrong on the year, but I believe it was 2010, he said he wrote himself his first $10 million check.
And that was for the movie Dumb and Dumber.
Right?
Yeah, I know that story
Yeah.
because I actually have an envelope for my ties
Exactly.
that has the same thing
Yeah.
in my purse. So.
And I believe that we have
Yeah.
to be dreaming. We have to God gave us an imagination.
Yes.
He gave us a mind, so why not use it?
Yes, it's like I believe that we all came with a check.
Yes.
So it's either a voided check or a check that we could cash.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of people just void their checks out, and
Yes.
I don't understand. It's like they let them expire,
Right.
or they don't ever cash them.
Right.
But thank you, Andrew. Can
Thank you
we
so
get a
much.
hold of you anywhere? Can you let us know how to if anybody wants to join your leadership team? Can they, or how does
Yeah,
that
they
work?
can get a hold of my email.
Okay.
I also left my phone number as well. I don't know if I gave you that already.
And they should probably have your email on the
Awesome.
screen.
Yeah, so that's my email. You can email that. We're always constantly checking it. My team's constantly checking it. And we're always reaching out. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you want to come to be a part of our leadership team, but always how can we help you?
Okay, so it's a leadership class, right? So
Yes.
business owners, everybody's
Oh yeah,
welcome.
I have business owners in there. I actually have other ministers in there as well
Awesome.
that want to shape their different teams. I actually have also a homeless person in there as well.
Awesome.
So we're building people from the ground up. Whether
Yeah.
you're successful already or you have that imagination or that dream that I am going to be
Yes,
successful.
we're all people, and that's
Yes.
awesome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
you
so
for
much
what
for
you're
having me.
doing for the community.
Yes.
And we'll see you in just a little bit, okay?
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hi, welcome back to Ellie Rouge. I am so excited. I have a very special guest with me today, and this is Mariley Garza. This is actually my beautiful 8-year-old daughter. Hi, Mariley.
Hi, Mom.
How are you?
I'm great.
Thanks for coming on today.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mariley, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. I know that you wanted to come in and help me, but let me ask you a little bit about your dreams. Can you share
Okay.
those with me?
I love singing. I think it's just really, really fun. I love dancing. I like singing and then choreographing. dances for it.
Oh, awesome. I know, you taught me a dance one time to try to keep me fit.
Yes.
And you did really good, actually. What do you do for fun, Riley?
I usually do yoga sometimes. I practice my soccer and my karate too.
Awesome. So I know today you have a couple of dreams, like you were talking to me about Disney Channel, right?
Yes.
So we thought we'd have you come in and just practice for that, right?
Yeah.
But thank you for dressing me today. Riley actually helped me pick my outfit, and you're really into fashion, correct?
Yes, I love fashion.
Do you? Do you think fashion's important at the gym too?
I probably think so, because when you look nice, you feel confident.
Yeah, that's very
Proud.
true. Yeah, that's why you always have me like, Mom, don't wear that. and you keep me pretty updated, right, on the latest styles. Do you want to
Yeah.
share with us a little bit about what's in at the gym? Like if I have to, what's in your gym bag?
Well, I think burgundy is really, really in right now for the fall colors,
Okay.
but you don't have to stay dark. You can add neon colors, neon orange, bright yellows.
So you don't have to
No.
stay in the dark side, even though I know there's a rule about like fall fashion staying dark. You don't have to do this
No.
here. Okay, and you did that as well with my skirt. You kind of gave me that pop of brightness.
Yes.
I like that. So is that something new? You're switching it up a little?
Yeah.
Awesome. So go ahead and lay that here. Is there anything else that's very trendy at the gym?
Well,
Or in your soccer or karate classes?
there could be sayings on your shirt, like game on.
Game on. Oh, this is actually nice because Andrew and I were talking about just words and stuff. So our words are powerful. So game on, like we're ready for this,
Yeah.
right? And like Lachelle was saying earlier, it doesn't matter when we're on. You know, it doesn't matter if it's 4 o'clock in the morning or if it's in the evening. Just commit to it and do it, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Another cool thing that you can get a couple of places, reversible pants.
Reversible pants. What do you mean? So, oh, nice.
Just switch them up.
This would be really neat for me because I know that I don't want to wear the same gym clothes, so I could just kind of trick people into thinking I'm wearing a bunch of different gym clothes. Yeah. Is that how it works? Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. What else do you have in there?
You always need a water bottle.
Water bottle. Now I'm understanding you really like these bright colors,
I
right?
love these bright colors.
Okay, do they help inspire? Are they fun? Is that what helps? You just like bright colors?
I think they're just fun, like to just mix things up for fall.
Okay. So what do you think about I know a lot of people are wearing their gym clothes out and about, like if it's regular clothes. What do you think about that?
Well, like the game on shirt,
Okay. This one?
I think you could wear that out.
Yeah.
Just like if you were to go to like
Just like
to-
hang out,
yeah.
casual.
Yeah.
So they're very wearable just during the day anywhere you go.
Yeah,
So you don't
like
see
it-
like a no on that? Is that a
No,
fashion?
I
That's a
think-
fashion good then?
I think that's good.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So and I would wear this out. This is really cute. Anything else you want to share with us?
You might always want to have like a towel, if I can find it in here.
See, what do you have in here? Ooh, she has some Trident gum. Yeah, that's awesome.
And
Towel.
you want to have a towel to wipe down your sweat because it doesn't feel clean.
So do you stay pretty active as well?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing to do to stay active?
Well, being active doesn't really mean you have to go to the gym. You could go for walks,
Okay. Yeah.
walking your dogs. It could also be like a chore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is one of your chores, and you stay active during chores. Anything else? Oh, and you have baby weights. Do you take
Yes.
these on your walks?
You could probably take them just to give you a little bit more.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one thing. So, if there is one thing I shouldn't forget when I work out, what is it?
A sweatband.
A sweatband.
But I cannot.
But you forgot yours. Well, thank you, Mariley, for joining us today. Thanks for showing us some stylish clothes. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Thank you, and we'll see you again. Bye.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hi again, and thank you again for joining us today on Ellie Rouge. If you want to get a hold of any of our guests, just let us know. Email us at studiobellarouge@yahoo.com. Again, thank you for joining us. Bye-bye. We'll see you next time.
CentralValleyTalk.com.